What makes people happy? And this is something that everyone's been trying to figure out, but the good question is there this one answer that if everyone follows, we can definitely all live longer, happier lives? And the answer is, there is. But before we get to today's topic, thank you so much for joining us here on Espresso with Sky. My name is Sky. This is my sidekick, Chewy. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead, click all those buttons like sub, like, whatever it is, right? And if you want to comment below to help us with the algorithm, just answer what makes you happy. All right, me, you know what makes me happy right now? I'm in the MCO over here in Malaysia. We're in full lockdown. I need a haircut. I just have a nice haircut with a coffee. That's what would make me happy. All right, so let's get into today's talk. What makes us happy? So first of all, I'm gonna tell you guys something. This is not about opinion. Yes, we have different preferences, but this is about real happiness. What is the thing that makes all of us happy? It's not about you like chocolate and I like candy. This is a single answer to rule them all. It's like Lord of the Rings, right? My precious. So either way, we're gonna go over that one answer that if everyone follows, we can all live longer and happier lives. The second thing we need to know is what happiness is not. Like, what isn't it, right? So the first thing you need to know is happiness is not a feeling. People often confuse feelings with happiness, but let me tell you something. Feelings come and go, and also feelings are often wrong, right? You've had it before when you felt something, but it was wrong later. Like, what? My feelings deceive me. But how many times does it happen? Happiness is not a feeling. Second thing you need to know is happiness is not an emotion, right? Happiness is not an emotion. Why? Because you can have mixed emotions with happiness. What does that mean? You can be happy. Like, for instance, my grandmother died at a ripe old age, almost 90 years old, really happy. She lived a full life. But of course, my emotions are sad because she's gone, but I'm still very happy for her. You can still be happy and have sad emotions or different types of emotions. So remember, guys, two things happiness is not is number one is it's not a feeling, and number two is it's not an emotion. So then let's get into the question, what is the one answer that rules them all, right? What is this precious answer? And we're gonna go into a Harvard study that has been done following people for over 80 years. One of the most comprehensive studies trying to figure out what makes people happy, what makes people live long and just be happy in life. They follow people for 80 years. They follow their children for 40 to 50 years. They follow their children too, and you have thousands of studies. And with all these studies put together, they came to one conclusion. What makes people live long and happy? Is it IQ? Because, you know, if you have a good IQ, then you're smart in school, then you can do all the, you know, you can go to a good university, then you get a good job, you can make a lot of money, you have a house, car, you have a beautiful wife, whatever it is. Is that it? No. Is it money? No, I think we all got that by now. Is it genes? Because, you know, in your genes, what if you're really pretty or you're really handsome and you're smart and you have long flowing hair and, like, you know, you got big muscles, whatever it is. Is it the genes? And the answer is, it's not even the genes. It's not even wealth or fame. So what's the one answer? After 80 years of following these people all their lives trying to figure out what brings long life and happiness, guess what the answer is? Close relationships. They found that the one thing all these people who lived happy and long lives, they had close relationships. Now, generally speaking, what do you mean close relationships? If you had close relationships, what did that do for you? Number one, it protects you from discontent. It protects you from all those difficult times, having someone to talk to, these close relationships. Another thing is it actually delays mental and physical decline if you just have close relationships. So let's get a little bit more deeper into this study. So I'm just going to talk about two things from this study that we can take to make our lives more longer and happier. And it has to do with close relationships. Number one is social connections. Are you connected to your community? Now, what does that mean? Well, are you part of a church? Are you part of a club? Do you play sports in a team? Are you in a band? Are you meeting people? Like, I know some people go to a dog park. They meet other people with dogs. What about meeting family and your friends? Are you really connected to your community? And one of the things that you have to do, and I'm going to tell you guys, this is something that you should do to make your life more happy and live longer, is you have to keep making connections, right? Don't just keep scattering yourself all over the place, but in your community, what I do is I will go to a cafe and I will sit down and I will talk to the barista. I'll make a connection. And then I'll talk to someone else who's sitting down. And then I'll go to a restaurant, I'll talk to that person and make a connection. Making connections, new connections, is very important, and I hope that you guys too can connect to your community. That's the first tip I have for you guys. So the second thing about this study, which is the most important part, is yes, it's important to make social connections, connect to your community, talk to the barista, talk to the server, whatever it is. But the second thing, which is the most important part, is how is the quality of your relationships? So take a look at the relationships with the people around you, friends and family, all those people that you're close to. What is the quality of it? And this is something that I heard in the study, which is scary. Living in conflict is toxic and you're better off getting divorced. Did you hear that, guys? It's better to divorce, whether it's in a marriage, whether it's in a friendship, whatever it is, it's better to divorce that friendship or marriage or whatever it is than to live in constant conflict because it is that toxic. We have to understand people who have quality relationships, they are more satisfied when they hit 50 years old and they are healthier when they hit 80 years old. And here's the thing that's awesome. If you have good quality relationships, guys, this is so crazy. I almost choked on this, right? When you have physical pain, if you have good quality relationships, it lowers the pain. Isn't that crazy? Now, here's the worst part. If you have bad quality relationships, that same physical pain is magnified. Think about how crazy it is to have good quality relationships. So here is the last thing I want to talk about is why don't we have good quality relationships? And this is something I really want to talk about. So why is it so hard to have a quality relationship? Why don't many people have quality relationships today? It's because think about it. What is a quality relationship? Think about just friendship and family, whatever it is in general, having a relationship. It is messy. It is complicated. It is hard. It is difficult. There's crying. There's anger. There's sadness. There's comfort. There's joy. And there's all these mixed emotions. You fight with each other. You argue. It takes a long time and it never ends. But if you look at the way society is today, what's it like? It's always about, hey man, I want to get this quick. I want this quick. Oh, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to suffer. We have to realize it's like food. Now, fast food is so unhealthy. It sometimes tastes good, but it's not really that great. Can you compare it to your mom's slow cooked meal? Man, when I go home to Vancouver, she has like a tomato garden. She has like lettuce and spinach leaves. She takes all that out and she cooks it for like 1, 2, 3 hours. She puts it on the table and guess what? It's just love. You know, that's just like, I'm just gonna eat all the food. It's just eating love at that moment. The great things in life take time, they take effort, and you know what? It's going to be hard. And if you want to have quality relationships, you got to kind of switch your mind into, well, you said this to me, so I can't be friends with you. No, friendship's supposed to overcome those difficulties. Oh, I'm going to divorce you. Why? Because you did this. Guess what? It's part of a relationship. We are gonna fight. We're gonna go through difficult times and we're gonna get through it together. And when you guys have these amazing relationships, guys, I'm telling you, this will change how long you live and how happily you live. All right, guys, thankful for all of you joining us here today. Thank you. If this is your first time, go ahead, hit all those buttons, like, subscribe and notification about whatever it is. Comment below if you want to, but I'm very grateful for all of you being here. So this is Sky from Espresso with Sky, and this is my sidekick, Chewy. Everyone have an amazing and awesome day or week or weekend, whatever it is, and we'll see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.